What if I told you that the most dangerous being in Elbaf wasn't a warrior or a god, but a baby with eyes so terrifying, his own mother tried to erase him from history? In a world filled with sea kings, Yonko, and devil fruits, Loki's cursed gaze might be the most chilling power we've ever seen in One Piece. You think you've seen everything? Think again, because Chapter 1153 just dropped a secret that changes everything we thought we knew about the giants and their so-called prince. In this video, we dive deep into the dark legend of Prince Loki, the outcast child of Elbaf, whose eyes were feared before he ever spoke a word. From being blamed for royal deaths to mastering the shadows of the Underworld, Loki's origin story isn't just tragic, it's mythic. But what really lies behind those ever-covered eyes? And why are they said to be so powerful that even the strongest warriors fear his gaze? With new revelations from Chapter 1153, it's finally time to uncover the twisted truth behind Elbaf's accursed prince. Loki's eyes were always covered in one piece. Loki wears bandages. He can see through them. Fans have been wondering about Loki's eyes since the beginning of the Elbaf saga. Fans noticed Loki wearing bandages over his eyes from the start, implying that Oda was hiding something unique below. While some thought Loki was blind, Oda made it obvious that he could see, and better than anybody else, which was puzzling. In fact, Loki could see and dodge Luffy's maneuvers in Gear 4, as well as the trajectory of Gunko's arrows. Loki did all of this without opening his eyes, and it wasn't only the work of observation Haki. Now in One Piece, Chapter 1153, Oda has officially verified to fans that Loki's eyes are unique, but they have also become the misery of his existence, portraying him as cursed. Loki has snake eyes. Loki's eyes looked evil from birth. Oda went into extensive detail in One Piece Chapter 1153 about Loki's birth. Loki's eyes were clearly snake-like. He was born to Queen Estrida, whom the giant elders forced Harold to marry. Estrida was very into defang and consequently somewhat superstitious. Because of her personality, Loki was blamed for her death, as well as King Harold's death. Loki was born with snake-like eyes, which were referred to as cursed. Estrida had Loki cast into the Underworld, where he established his reign despite the fact that he was just a newborn. Loki's eyes hold incredible power. Loki was clearly different from birth. In fact, he was born stronger than Big Mom and Odin, both of whom were prodigious. Loki escaped a fall into the Underworld, defeated wild animals capable of killing anyone, and finally ascended the Atom Tree, all of which is tied to his eyes. Clearly, Loki's eyes have great power, and they are linked to his monstrous strength. They will most likely also increase his observation Haki, and fans can't wait to see how his eyes reveal his actual ability. Summary and highlights. Loki's eyes are covered, but he can see through bandages with incredible power. Loki's snake-like eyes were considered cursed from birth by Elbaf. Loki's eyes hold tremendous power, making him incredibly strong and boosting his observation Haki. So, is Loki truly cursed, or is he the key to the next great alliance in the final saga? His eyes may have damned him in the eyes of his people, but their power could tip the scales in the war to come. One Piece is no stranger to misunderstood monsters, and Loki might just be the most important one yet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Loki will become an ally to Luffy or emerge as a wild card force of chaos? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of One Piece. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Review YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, question, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts on the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again, see you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments, the group is in a winter scene, and the next, they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Ghoul D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show, because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Ghoul D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.